Hello folks, this is Pierre-André Mathieu, and I'm here today on my 17th tutorial of my stylish hack and slash series with the use of Unreal Engine. And this time, I'm going to show you how to build a combo rank meter from scratch. For this tutorial, I'll be showing you the first variation in integrating a combo rank meter, which is, as I said, building the combo rank meter from scratch. With that being said, let's get started. So I'm gonna open my folder, open third person, and what we're going to be opening is the player controller. Now, there are a few things that we need to add when it comes to building a combo rank meter, and those two are style rank bonus, style rank, and style points. Actually, there are 7 things that we need to add: style points, style rank, style loss rate, recent player techniques, and recent player techniques character. So I'm gonna add a variable and name style points. And we're going to convert that into an integer. Let's add another variable and we'll call it style rank. We're going to convert this to a float. This variable will be called style loss rate. This is going to be 0.1. We're going to add another variable called recent player techniques. As for the character, I'm gonna use this. Convert this to a pure function. There we go. Yeah. So that's what we need here. Next thing we're gonna do is get a sequence. We're gonna bring out a branch. And we have to check if the game is paused. If this is false, then we bring out the style rank. Now that we have our style rank, we have to clamp the float. The maximum should be 8. This will be converted into a pure function. We're going to use get player controller. going to get recent player techniques. We're gonna bring out the node and select for each loop. Let's bring it out again, and we're going to use recent player techniques character. An equal. We're going to rename this one technique index. For our local variable, we're gonna add this variable, convert it to an integer, and name it number of items. We're going to need an AND boolean for this. Let's get a boolean. Connect array index to the get from our recent player techniques. get our game mode blueprint. And we're going to be using players. From our players, we find an array. And we had to reference the players to the character. In this case, our player character. And we connect that to this bottom part of the equal here. Bring out number of items, and from there we'll place an increment if all that is true. Now we're gonna bring out the completed of the loop and bring out the return node. Bring out number of items and add this pin to a node, and we'll rename this item count. Let's comment this. We're going to name them check recent technique count. Now the next thing we're going to do is we add a style function. The two pins we're going to need are the index and the scale. Again, we get our game mode. From there, we're going to use the length. And we need our length to be greater than 0. While we're at it, we need to add something. Let's get player controller. going to get character blueprint. It must equal to the self. We got ourselves a branch. From the player controller, we're going to be using set style rank. We're going to clamp this pin. From 0 to 7 point. Quadruple 9. From the player controller, we get our style rank. Let's use clamp again. It's gonna be from 1 to 10. Spring out, check recent technique count.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way.
And we're going to bring the pin from technique index to the index of our add style function.
Well then baby, I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away.
something.
Fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long. It hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away.
Go.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long. It hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray.
This to a variable and name it base style coefficient.
doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now.
There we go. As you see, I placed the round to... Yeah.
Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now.
Go. Yeah. Like this. As you can see, I prefer to use integer to float because I don't like doing it like this. You know, promote double precision to an integer. No. If you ask me, I just prefer to do things the old-fashioned way. That from the divide, we multiply. Connect that to there, and we're going to multiply this by 500.
Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now. Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter.
place round to truncate. Go.
Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubt.
Okay, the next thing we're going to do is build in update recent techniques.
It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now.
Again, we get our player controller.
Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are bound.
There we go. Gonna add a new pin on inputs, and it's going to be an integer, and we're going to rename this pin item override. I'm sorry, index override.
Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are bound. It doesn't really matter. you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now.
Again, we're going to be bringing out recent techniques and recent player techniques character, because we now have 2 of these.
Sometimes when you're here, I can feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really
From there, fine. Let's break this out. Then we're going to get game mode.
Sometimes when you're here, I can feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me
Going to
now.
remove index.
It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now.
Okay, rebuild recent techniques. Before I go any further, I'm gonna comment this. And this one too.
When you're here, I can feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter.
last thing we need is the style pit. The one thing we need from the input pin is the float, and we're going to rename that float damage scale, because whenever the player takes damage, he loses the style rank.
Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are bright.
Again, we bring out the player controller.
'Cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. 'Cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now. Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me.
Once again, we have our style rank, and we're going to minus that, but actually before that, we're going to clamp this float first, then subtract something out of it. From the get player controller blueprint, we're going to get style rank. We're going to multiply the damage scale by 2. Not 2, 0.2. My bad. The maximum should be 9 point quadruple nines. Let's set our style points. We're gonna clamp this integer. And subtract the integer. We're going to get our style points.
It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now.
maximum is the amount of style points we earn. The amount of style points should be -2. Around turn, the amount of style points we have should be subtracted by the truncate, which multiplies by 0.2 of the damage scaling we have in our style hit function. That too. Our tick variables and go to our collision tick. Sorry about that. What we're going to do is before we fire the style rank meter, we're going to need to be able to use these functions in which we have and place them onto the collision tick.
Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are bound. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter.
get player controller.
Sometimes when you're here, I can feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are bound. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now.
To open player character.
Sometimes when you're here, I can feel no doubt, 'cause you
This
keep me
and
where the stars are
going to
bound. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now.
my bad. My bad. Going to update recent techniques. Which the default should be -1. Yeah. When what I'm trying to do is okay. I bring out get player controller blueprint, and then from here I bring out recent techniques. And from the recent techniques, I bring out get and last index arrays. And after I do that, I bring out add style and add this pin to the index. And as for the scale, I place a check mark on damage, then add the damage pin to the scale. And for the get hit VA character, I bring out the style hit, and from there I set the damage scale from the damage pin right here. Just to add something out there, I forgot to add the AI attacker in our last tutorial in, you know, constructing the AI attack system. Anyway, let's go back in updating our recent techniques.
Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now. Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter.
Oops, wrong one. Silly me. Now we can move on into building a widget for our combo rank meter.
It Sometimes when you're here,
Let's go to user interface and user widget.
'cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause
We'll call this combo rank widget.
it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now. Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now.
Alright, I bring out the canvas panel and I set the width and height to 300. Now let's bring a text block.
Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now.
There. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a binding on this text. Go to event graph. Get player controller. We're going to cast to player.
Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel
Yeah,
no
player
doubt,
controller blueprint.
'cause you keep me where the stars are found.
promote this to a variable. As we get our variable, we're going to be needing our style rank. Select. And we'll just give them letters.
Sometimes when you're here,
Okay.
I can feel no doubts, 'cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't
From the canvas panel, what we need from that is that in order to be able to fire up the combo rank meter, we're going to have to bind the visibility of the canvas panel first. Then once we bind that, we're going to set up the style rank to a scale that is greater than equal to that amount. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's better that I show you.
sometimes when you're here, I can feel no doubts, 'cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free
There we go. Oops, let's keep it hidden. Now see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. To set the to fire up the combo rank meter, we need to make sure that this widget is visible. So to do that, we have to get our player controller variable. Then from that variable, we get our style rank, and we have to make sure that the style rank is greater than equal to 1. And if this is true, then and the combo rank meter will be visible to the player's screen. But if it's not, it remains hidden until then.
Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are bound. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter.
Now let's bring in our progress bar.
It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now. Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are bound. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free
Okay. Now for the percentage. Actually, let's create a binding. And we get player controller and get style rank. And from the style rank, what we're going to be using is the fraction.
It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't
Because that's going to fill in the
feel so free now.
combo rank meter. The last thing we need
Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really
Let's use text block.
It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't
Make it a little smaller. Compile. For this
Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now.
for this text, we're gonna create a binding.
It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me.
Inside, again, we use our player controller to get style points. And we'll just connect the pen to text. Very simple. Let's go to our player screen widget. Inside, we add the combo rank widget.
Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free
There we go. It should be able to work, hopefully. In order to see if this works, we're gonna have to open a new map. Well, I'm gonna have to open a new map.
Sometimes when you're here, I can feel no doubt. 'Cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter.
Okay, now that I've opened a new map, we should test it. I should be able to test it out to see if this whole thing works. If not, I'll do what I can to fix this issue. So let's fire it up, shall we? Nothing happened. Oh yeah. Seems like nothing's happening. wonder why. Is it because I added 2.1 instead of 1? Oh no.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands and highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. Along the way, melodies we haven't played. I don't want no rest. Around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go. Through
Let
the
me check
wastelands,
first.
through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays.
Check
And
some.
on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
Okay, let's see if this works. Oh, it's working. It's working. As you can see here, our combo right here is working. Our combo right here is working. It's just that, well, we need to get better with our combos and to add more enemies to it. Let's see if I can add a little more.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Come in,
Let's
just
increase the aggression a little. Just to give it a little spice, huh?
just breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt.
I'm gonna leave that visible until I fixed it. Anyway, another thing that's going on is this. There we go.
Day to lose control. There's a fire in my bones. My sight gets blurry, pushing back the tears. Should take a leap of faith and face my fear. I blame it on the voices that are in my head, wondering if they're
never be put to bed. Feels like I am close to reaching my wit's end. Holding out, but I'm about to blow it. Ain't no
Okay. Now we know that it's working.
Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it in a sense, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Let the darkness take control. Darkness take control. May the darkness take control. Take me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but in the dead of the night. Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take control.
When the lights go down, I see hell in you, but you don't care, no, you don't care, no. You just rather watch me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the core. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion.
Lock that, and we should be able to find this. Let's see how it works.
Into oblivion.
There we go. It's working now. Now, as you can see, perform a combo attack, the combo meter builds up. But you're going to have to be careful not to get hit, because if you do get hit, you'll be knocked out of the rank meter, and you will have to perform combos all over again. Just like in the Devil May Cry series. Actually, we're gonna need to make that thing a little bigger. Yeah. Let's test it out again and see if it works. There we go. Aside from that, we we at the very least have our combo rank meter. That. There. This is now. Let's open our combo widget and see the corrections I made here. Okay. As you can see here, I set the position on the combo rank text to 0 on the x-axis as well as the y-axis position. I set the size to 100 and the size to 30. Then I size the content, and after that I align this text to 0.5 and 1, and the anchor should be at this very center. For this one, I set the position approximately 90 on the X position and the 13 on the Y position. The size X should be approximately 210. In this case, approximately 214. The size should be 18. As for the alignment, I set to 0.9. And the last thing we need to do for our style points is we set up the position, the X position to 0, the Y position 39, and the size on the X should be 151. The Y, it should be 40. The alignment here should be 0.5 on the X-axis. Now, if we open our player screen widget. Oh, by the way, all these three should be aligned at the very center, right here. Anyway, back to the player screen widget. As you can see here, during the previous tutorial, I've already bring out the combo rank widget, in which you can simply type it down and click on it and bring it out, which again I already did. This anchor should be right here, not there, but here, this way. It should be able to fire up at this very side right there. And that being said, we're going to test it out and see if this works. See how I did it here?
Fly away. It's the first time of today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need. Wanna give it all, one of me.
Yeah, that's how we set the alignment for our combo rank meter properly. Like this.
See monsters at your window. No, you can't sleep. You pretend though you don't have to play the hero. 'Cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat.
There we go. As I said, that's how we set the proper alignment for our combo rank meter, which is sorry for not setting this alignment on the previous tutorial. Didn't know how until now.
When your nightmares turn to real life,
Well,
and the ground's filled up with lead,
probably
we face it,
approximately
stand side by
30 minutes ago. I don't know. Anyway, that's how I set up a proper alignment for the combo rank meter. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel for future tutorials like this. And remember, what you take and learn from me is yours to do with as you see fit. And I will see you on my next tutorial, aka combo rank meter variation number 2. Peace out and have a pleasant night, folks.